Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and some news about Advanced Warfare because the game itself is actually going to be changing quite a bit in the relatively near future. So this is a lot of news that's coming out of the Twitter of Michael Condrey, the co-founder of Sledgehammer Games. And the first thing I want to talk about before we get into anything else is the fact that there is going to be a lot more weapon tuning coming to Advanced Warfare in the very near future, where you get this tweet saying, is the MP11 getting a buff? Because right now it's kind of useless except on comeback, which I disagree with that. Of course, the MP11 is pretty good on comeback, but I wouldn't say the weapon's useless, but still it could stand to have a buff, especially with the Ball 27s and the ASM1s of the world. Then Michael Condrey replies, weapon tuning on 15 plus base weapons coming shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be awesome. That would just be so great. I hate to be the broken record, but we know the Ball 27 and the ASM1 are completely broken. It's really kind of hindering my playtime with the game. I don't have the motivation to play Advanced Warfare lately. Like, there was a double XP weekend this past weekend, I didn't even play because I just cannot enjoy the game with those weapons being so out of balance, especially with my skill-based matchmaking bracket that they put me in. The people at my bracket, that's all they use. It's not fun. It's annoying. I can't take it. So hopefully with this weapon tuning, plus when they say it's 15 plus weapons, that's definitely pretty interesting because I know those two weapons are ridiculously broken and definitely need to be fixed, but what other guns really need to be buffed? Like the TAC-19, I suppose, could use a little bit of a buff. I guess all the shotguns could really use a little bit of a buff, not too much though. Maybe the SN6 will get a little bit of a buff, the AMR9, EPM3, you think some of the weaker guns, maybe an EM1, stuff like that. I wonder, let me know in the comments what you guys think. What weapons could it be buffing? Because they're going to be trying to do weapon tuning on 15 plus weapons. And I'm sitting there thinking there's only two weapons I've noticed that are ridiculously broken and need to be nerfed, so that says to me probably the rest of them are going to get buffed. We'll have to see. Next piece of news is basically he's hinting at a lot of different tweets that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is in fact going to allow you to somehow earn different kinds of elite weapons, and a lot of people are kind of on different sides about that. Some people are thinking maybe I really want my elite weapon, I want to just be able to purchase it with an in-game currency of some kind or be able to complete some kind of challenge to be able to get it. And other people are like, no, that's kind of silly because if there's one ridiculously good variant, if you think of like the Obsidian Steed, you think of like the MP11 Goliath, you think of the ASM1 Speakeasy, you think of the Melee Subverter, which is definitely one of the better ones. I think there's a better one, but the Subverter is also a very good variation of the Melee. You think of these great variations, right? You think of all these different things that you can get, and if people are able just to get them right away just by purchasing them somehow with some form of currency or by completing some kind of a challenge, that would kind of ruin the game because everybody would be running around with the best weapons in the game. Well, it turns out that's not going to be the case. It turns out that you're probably going to need to be Prestige Master before you can actually start earning these elite variants and be able to pick out which elite variant you want to get. Of course, anybody can get an elite variant from a supply drop, but it turns out you're probably going to have to be roughly 15th Prestige or so for that to actually be the case. So let's go ahead and look at some tweets from Michael Condrey here. We get a tweet from this guy here saying, is this a good place to be? I haven't had an elite in 4 days. Maybe give me a bit of luck, and it's a picture. Then he says, your luck is about to turn, because of course he's a Prestige Master is what the picture would actually show, and Michael Condrey's like, yeah, well, your luck's about to turn on that whole being unlucky as a Prestige Master. We get another tweet over here. It says, thanks for a game. Too bad I never got to Speakeasy and 15 prestiges. Time to sell the game. And then he replies, now would be a very bad time, FYI. And then we get another tweet over here. I need an elite ball with 4 crying faces and hashtag Master Prestige with nothing. Then he replies, Master Prestige is a good place to be right now. He's really kind of hinting at the idea that you're going to be able to purchase somehow these elite weapons if you are a Prestige Master. Now, how they're going to do that necessarily, I don't know. I talked about it in an old video of mine that I think it'd be pretty cool if they were just to bring back a COD point system similar to what they did in Black Ops, and from there we could complete challenges or maybe do contracts, if you will, where we do different kinds of things within the game. We earn this kind of currency, and then all these different kind of variations have a price on them, and the better variations, of course, have a higher price than the ones that aren't as good. And yeah, I think that'd be pretty simple. It'd be a pretty easy way to do it. Well, of course, we'll have to see how they're actually going to implement this, but yeah, they're going to be implementing it, one would assume, by all of the hints that Michael Condrey is dropping on Twitter. Now, keep in mind, everything Michael Condrey has hinted at on Twitter or has talked about on Twitter has actually come into the game, because keep in mind, this isn't some YouTuber like me, this isn't some random news site, this is the co-founder of Sledgehammer Games, who is in there at their office, at their studio, working with them every single day. And they have an interesting little PR thing going on where he releases all this information just to random people on Twitter via replies. And it's up to people like me to go through and stalk his entire Twitter and be able to find all these little nuggets bits of information. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys all found it helpful and informative. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. Of course, let me know in the comment section below what weapons would you like to see in Advanced Warfare get buffed, what weapons would you like to see get nerfed, and what is your opinion on the idea that we will actually be able to earn elite weapons within the game, not just relying on RNG from supply drops, but we'll be able to earn them, but you have to be Prestige Master to be able to do so. Let me know about that. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.